Now the next, we are going to talk about the last two categories, and one is other specified disruptive impulse control and conduct disorder, and non-specified disruptive impulse control and conduct disorder. इसमें इन दोनों disorders में ये होता है कि the person manifest diffused symptoms of all these disorders, but एक specific जो category है उसके अंदर वो place नहीं हो रहा होता. So the clinician or the person whom he or she has been referred to is unable to put them in clear-cut category of these disorders. So clinician chooses to communicate the specific reason that the presentation does not meet the criteria. Okay, they do not meet the criteria of other disorders, for example, impulse control or conduct disorders or any of the categories which we have seen. But the individual does meet criteria of general overall categories of disruptive impulse control and conduct disorder. The next is unspecified disruptive impulse control and conduct disorder, जिसके अंदर clinician chooses not to specify the reason. पिछले में तो we have seen के in unspecified के अंदर specified other specified के अंदर the clinician does tell the reason कि ये reason है या ये reason है, but the cluster किसी के अंदर वो fall नहीं कर रही होती symptoms. Here the clinician doesn't choose to specify the reason that the criteria are not met. वो किन सूरतों में हो सकता है? Clinician includes presentations in which there is insufficient information. The clinician doesn't have enough information to categorize them and to tell that why this individual is behaving that way, to make more specified diagnosis. For example, the patient has been or the person has been brought into emergency room settings where you are unable to collect sufficient information. So we have till here we have covered all disorders falling under disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders, and now we will be looking into the reasons and causes and etiological factors of disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders.